Coinbase stock just bounced off a major support zone, up over 2% today, trading around $168. Analysts have a price target that's 37% higher than where it sits right now. But here's the thing. Some analysts think it's worth $400. Others think it's worth $107. So which is it? Is Coinbase actually a long-term buy? Or are we looking at a stock priced on hype? Let's break down the fundamentals, the technicals, and the risk, so you can make your own call. Let's start with the fundamentals, because this is where a lot of people skip straight to "the chart looks good," without checking if the business backs it up. Coinbase currently has a market cap of about $44.5 billion. It's trading at a P/E ratio of 62. That's the trailing 12 months. For comparison, that's a growth stock multiple, not a value stock multiple. You're paying a premium for expected future growth, not for what the company earns today. Some more context. Basic EPS trailing 12 months, $3.27. Net income, $1.26 billion. Revenue, $7.18 billion. That works out to roughly an 18% net margin. Solid, but this is a business where margins can swing hard depending on crypto trading volume. And here's the number that matters most if you're a long-term holder, beta of 3.13. That means Coinbase historically moves about 3 times as much as the broader market in both directions. This is not a low volatility, sleep well at night stock. Now let's look at what Wall Street thinks. 31 analysts have put out one-year price targets. The average target is $231.29. That's about 37% upside from the current price. But look at the spread. Max estimate, $400. That's plus 137%. Min estimate, $107. That's minus 37%. That's an enormous range for a single stock. When analysts disagree by that much, it usually means the future of the business depends on something highly uncertain. In this case, that's almost certainly the crypto market cycle itself. The overall analyst rating sits closer to neutral to buy rather than a strong buy. So there's cautious optimism here, but not universal conviction. Now let's look at the price action itself. Zooming out, COIN had a strong run-up into a premium zone above $220. Then it broke down hard, dropping all the way into a discount zone near $140. You can see a change of character on the chart, which is when price structure shifts from a downtrend pattern to signs of reversal. That lines up with a bounce off a weak low zone around $140. Since then, price has climbed back toward $168, but it's still sitting below the equilibrium line, roughly the midpoint of that whole range, around $180. In simple terms, the stock is recovering, but it hasn't proven it can reclaim the upper half of its recent range yet. For a long-term investor, this tells you the immediate bleeding may have stopped, but the stock still needs to show it can push back toward and through that $200, $220 zone to really shift momentum bullish again. Here's the most important thing to understand before you invest. A single dollar into Coinbase long-term, you are not just betting on Coinbase's management or business execution, you're betting on the crypto market itself. Coinbase's revenue is driven heavily by trading volume and crypto asset prices. When crypto is booming, Coinbase's revenue and stock price can explode. When crypto cools off, trading volume dries up, and Coinbase's numbers and stock price can fall hard. That's exactly why the beta is so high, and why analyst price targets are all over the map. Nobody has a firm consensus on where crypto goes next, so nobody has a firm consensus on where Coinbase goes next either. If you believe in long-term crypto adoption growing over the next 5-10 years, Coinbase is a reasonably direct way to get exposure to that trend through a regulated, publicly traded company. If you're not confident in that broader thesis, the stock-specific fundamentals alone, a 62 PE and 3x beta are a tough sell on their own. So, quick recap, fundamentals priced for growth, not value. 62 PE, solid but volatile margins. Analysts average target 37% above current price, but a massive range shows real uncertainty. Technicals bounced off support but still below equilibrium. needs to reclaim higher ground. Risk. This is fundamentally a bet on the crypto cycle, not just Coinbase's execution. I'm not a financial advisor, and this isn't investment advice. Just breaking down the data so you can make an informed decision based on your own risk tolerance and time horizon. If you found this breakdown useful, drop a like, subscribe for more stock breakdowns, and let me know in the comments. Are you bullish or bearish on Coinbase long term?